Amaya's phone buzzed on the kitchen counter like a grenade about to explode. She glanced at the screen, her sister Carla's name flashing, and her stomach twisted. "Amaya, you selfish bitch," Carla's voice erupted the moment she answered. "Mom's medical bills are piling up, and you're sitting on that beach house like it's your golden egg. Sell it now, or we're cutting you out for good." Amaya froze, the ocean view from her Malibu vacation home blurring as anger surged through her. She had inherited the property from their late aunt, a sanctuary she'd poured her savings into renovating, turning it into a haven away from the family's constant drama. But now, with her mother's cancer treatments draining the family funds, her sisters Carla and Dana saw it as nothing more than a quick cash grab. "It's not that simple," Amaya replied, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. "This place is mine. Aunt Lydia left it to me for a reason." The call ended with Carla's venomous promise of a family intervention, but Amaya couldn't shake the dread. She paced the sunlit living room, the salty breeze from the open windows doing little to calm her. Amber, her partner of 3 years, was due back from her shift at the hospital any minute. How could she explain this? Their relationship was still a secret from Amaya's conservative family, buried under layers of pretense and fear. Amaya had grown up in a strict Catholic household in Chicago, where her parents preached traditional values that left no room for her truth. Coming out would mean exile or worse, rejection from the only family she had left. Amber arrived with takeout bags, her nurse's scrubs rumpled from a long day. She was the light in Amaya's life, with her warm brown eyes and unwavering support, but even she didn't know the full extent of the family's greed. "Rough day?" Amber asked, setting the food down and pulling Amaya into a hug. Amaya melted into the embrace, the familiar scent of lavender shampoo grounding her. But as they sat on the couch, Amaya's mind raced. Should she tell Amber about the call? The beach house wasn't just property. It was their future. A place where they could build a life away from prying eyes. Selling it would mean surrendering to her sister's entitlement, but refusing might cost her mother's care and her place in the family. That night, as they lay in bed listening to the waves crash, Amaya's thoughts spiraled. Why me? She wondered. Aunt Lydia knew I was different, even if she never said it. She left me this house because she saw I needed an escape. But escape came at a price. Her sisters had always been the golden children, Carla with her perfect marriage and kids, Dana with her high-powered job in finance. Amaya, the youngest, was the outlier, the one who moved to California to find herself, as they mockingly put it. Little did they know, finding herself meant finding Amber. The next morning, Amaya decided to confront the issue head-on. She called a family meeting via video, her heart pounding as faces popped up on the screen. Her frail mother, looking exhausted from chemo, Carla, arms crossed with a smug glare, Dana typing furiously on her laptop as if this were just another business deal. "I'm not selling," Amaya announced, her voice firmer than she felt. "We can find other ways to cover Mom's bills. I'll contribute more from my salary." Carla laughed bitterly. "Your salary? As what, a graphic designer? That's peanuts. The house is worth millions. It's the only asset we have." Dana chimed in, "Think about Mom, Amaya. You're being selfish. If you don't sell, we'll sue for undue influence in Aunt Lydia's will." The threat hung in the air like smoke. Amaya's mother, her eyes watery, whispered, "Please, honey, for the family." Amaya ended the call, tears streaming down her face. Amber, who had overheard from the kitchen, rushed in. "What's going on?" she asked, concern etching her features. Amaya broke down, spilling everything, the inheritance, the demands, the guilt gnawing at her. Amber listened, her hand on Amaya's back, but tension crept into her expression. "You can't let them bully you," Amber said. "This house is ours. We've talked about starting a family here someday." But Amaya's mind was a storm. Ours? The word echoed. Their relationship was built on stolen moments, hidden from the world. Amber came from an accepting family, but Amaya's was a minefield of judgment. If her sisters dug deeper, they might uncover the truth about her and Amber. Was protecting their love worth risking her mother's health? The decision loomed, a weight pressing on her chest. Days blurred into a haze of avoidance. Amaya threw herself into work, designing logos for clients while ignoring the barrage of texts from her sisters. "Mom's getting worse," one read. "Your fault." Guilt clawed at her, but so did resentment. Why was it always her sacrifice? Carla had a mansion in the suburbs, Dana a penthouse in New York. Yet they targeted her modest beach house. Amber noticed the change. "You're distant," she said one evening over dinner on the deck, the sunset painting the sky orange. "Is it the family stuff?" Amaya nodded but held back the full truth. She couldn't bear to admit how scared she was of losing everything. That night, as Amber slept beside her, Amaya stared at the ceiling, her inner voice whispering doubts. What if I sell? Would it buy peace? Or would it just feed their greed? The breaking point came with an unexpected visit. Amaya heard the doorbell ring on a sunny afternoon, opening it to find Carla standing there, luggage in hand. "I'm here to assess the property," Carla declared, pushing past her. "Dana's flying in tomorrow. We're handling this as a family." Amaya's blood boiled. "This is my home," she snapped. "Get out." Carla smirked. "Your home? With who? That roommate of yours? Amber, right? Mom mentioned you two are awfully close." The insinuation hit like a slap. Amaya's secret was teetering on the edge. As Carla toured the house, critiquing every detail, Amaya's resolve hardened. But deep down fear bloomed, fear of exposure, of loss, of the chaos to come. Amber walked in from her shift just as Carla was leaving, the air thick with tension. "Who was that?" Amber asked, eyeing the slammed door. Amaya collapsed onto the sofa, her face pale. "My sister. She's here to force the sale." Amber's eyes widened, and she sat beside her, taking her hand. "We can't let that happen. This place is our sanctuary." But Amaya pulled away slightly, the weight of Carla's words echoing. Awfully close. How much did they suspect? She had been careful. Separate bedrooms when family visited. No public displays of affection. Yet, in a world quick to judge, even whispers could destroy. That evening, as they prepared dinner, Amaya's mind wandered to her childhood. Church every Sunday, her parents' stern lectures on sin. "God has a plan for you," her father used to say before he passed. But his plan didn't include loving a woman. Amber sensed the turmoil. "Talk to me," she urged, chopping vegetables with precise movements honed from years in the ER. Amaya hesitated, then confessed. "They're threatening to sue. And they might find out about us." Amber's knife paused. "So what if they do? We're adults. Your family can't control you forever." Easy for her to say. Amber's parents had embraced their daughter coming out, throwing a party even. Amaya envied that freedom, but resentment flickered. Why can't you understand the risk? The next day Dana arrived, turning the beach house into a war zone. The sisters convened in the living room, spreadsheets spread out like battle plans. "Market value is $2.5 million, Dana stated flatly. "After taxes we split it 3 ways, enough for Mom's care and more." Amaya stood her ground. "It's not for sale. Aunt Lydia wanted me to have it." Carla rolled her eyes. Aunt Lydia was senile. "You manipulated her." The accusation stung. Amaya remembered the late nights with her aunt, discussing art and life. Lydia's knowing smiles when Amaya spoke of friends. Lydia had been the family's black sheep, never marrying, rumored to have her own secrets. Perhaps that's why she chose Amaya. But now her sisters painted her as the villain. "I'm contributing monthly," Amaya offered. "That's my compromise." Dana left. "Not enough. Mom needs experimental treatment. Hundreds of thousands." As the argument escalated, Amber returned early, walking into the fray. "Everything okay?" she asked, her presence like a spark on dry tinder. Carla's gaze sharpened. "And you are?" "Amber, Amaya's roommate." Amaya interjected quickly, but Dana's eyes narrowed. "Roommate? In a 2-bedroom house? Cozy." The sarcasm dripped, and Amaya's heart raced. After the sisters left, promising legal action, Amber confronted her. "Why did you say roommate? Are you ashamed?" Amaya's defenses cracked. "It's not that simple. My family would disown me." Tears welled up. "I love you, but coming out could cost me everything. Mom, my sisters, my identity in their eyes." Amber's face softened, but hurt lingered. "And what about us? Hiding forever?" The question hung, a chasm opening between them. That night Amaya lay awake, her thoughts a whirlwind. Is love worth the isolation? Or is family blood thicker than truth? Pressure mounted over the following weeks. Lawyers' letters arrived, claiming undue influence. Amaya's boss noticed her distraction, warning her about deadlines. Amber grew distant, spending more time at work. One evening, Amaya found Amber packing a bag. "I need space," Amber said. "Living in the shadows is killing me." Amaya begged her to stay. "Please, just until this blows over." Amber paused, bag in hand. "And if it doesn't? Are you choosing them over us?" The words pierced. Amaya watched Amber drive away to a friend's, the house suddenly empty. Alone, she wandered the beach, waves lapping at her feet. What have I done? Guilt over her mother warred with love for Amber. She called her mom, voice breaking. "How are you?" Her mother sighed. "Tired, honey. Your sisters say you're fighting them." "Why?" Amaya swallowed. "Because it's mine. But I want to help." "Then sell," her mother pleaded. "For peace." But peace felt impossible. Amaya met with a lawyer, learning the will was ironclad, but a lawsuit would drain her savings. Betrayal burned, her sisters turning family ties into weapons. She confided in a friend from work, who urged her to come out. Own your truth. But the thought terrified her. What if her mother rejected her in her final days? Amber returned after 2 days, but tension simmered. "I love you," Amber said. "But I can't hide anymore." They talked late into the night, Amaya revealing childhood fears, her father's disapproval of anything unnatural. Amber shared her own story of acceptance, bridging the gap slightly. Yet, as they held each other, Amaya knew a storm was brewing. Her sister's next move could shatter it all. The lawsuit papers arrived like a death sentence, served by a stern-faced process server at the door. Amaya's hand shook as she read the claims. Fraud, manipulation, demands for the house's immediate sale. Her sisters had gone nuclear, dragging the family into court. "This is war," Carla texted triumphantly. Amaya sank to the floor, the weight crushing her. Amber, home early, found her there. "Oh God," she murmured, pulling Amaya up. "We'll fight this." But Amaya's resolve wavered. Fighting meant exposure, depositions, public records. Their relationship could become fodder for the case. "I can't," Amaya whispered. "If they find out about us." Amber's eyes flashed. "Then let them. Hiding is what's destroying you." The argument escalated, voices rising in the once peaceful home. "You don't get it," Amaya shouted. "My family is everything." Amber recoiled. "And I'm nothing?" The hurt in her voice cut deep. Amaya reached for her, but Amber stepped back. "Maybe I should leave for good." Panic surged. Amaya grabbed her arm. "No, please. I need you." They collapsed into tears, holding each other amid the chaos. But the seed of doubt had been planted. Amaya hired a lawyer, dipping into savings meant for their future. The initial consultation was grim. "Your sisters have a weak case, but it'll cost you emotionally and financially." As preparations began, Amaya's inner turmoil intensified. Why fight for a house if it costs my love? She visited her mother in Chicago, the hospital room sterile and cold. "Mom," she said, holding her hand, "tell them to stop." Her mother looked away. "They want what's best for them," Amaya muttered. Back in Malibu, Amber pushed for honesty. "Come out to them. Rip off the Band-Aid." But Amaya resisted, memories of her father's rage over a gay cousin flooding back. He disowned Uncle Mark. "I can't lose you all." Amber sighed. "You're already losing me." The distance grew, intimate moments replaced by awkward silences. Amaya threw herself into work, but creativity fled. Her designs suffered, clients complained. Then came the betrayal. Dana called, voice saccharine. "Drop the fight, or we'll dig into your life." "That roommate, Amber? We've heard rumors." Amaya's blood ran cold. "What rumors?" "Oh, just that you're more than friends." Mom would be devastated. Blackmail. Her sisters had crossed into moral abyss. Amaya hung up, fury boiling. She confronted Amber. "They know." Amber's face paled. "How?" "Doesn't matter. This ends now." Amaya decided to counterattack. She gathered evidence. Aunt Lydia's letters praising her independence, bank statements showing her contributions to the family. But the real battle was internal. Am I ready to reveal myself? That night, as storms raged outside, Amaya and Amber talked honestly. I'm scared, Amaya admitted. Amber nodded. Me too. But together. For the first time, hope flickered. Court loomed, a pre-trial hearing set. Amaya's lawyer advised settlement. Avoid the drama. But her sisters refused reasonable terms, demanding full sale. Amaya's mother called, pleading. End this for me. Guilt twisted like a knife. Amaya considered caving, but Amber's words echoed. Don't let them win. The hearing was a circus. In the Los Angeles courtroom, Amaya faced her sisters across the aisle. Carla sneered, Dana looked smug. The judge reviewed documents, questioning motives. Amaya's lawyer argued the will's validity, but Carla's attorney hinted at personal secrets influencing Lydia. Amaya's heart stopped. Were they going to out her? On the stand, Amaya testified, voice steady. Aunt Lydia trusted me because she knew I'd cherish the home. Cross-examination turned vicious. Isn't it true you're living with a woman, Ms. Rodriguez?
Insane.
The courtroom gasped. Amaya's world tilted. Her lawyer objected, but the damage was done. Her mother, watching via video, looked shocked. After chaos erupted, her mother called, sobbing. Is it true? About you and Amber? Amaya's voice broke. Yes, Mom. I love her. Silence stretched. I need time, her mother said, hanging up. Amaya crumbled. Amber held her in the car. You did it. You're free. But freedom felt like chains, rejection sting fresh. Back home, the fallout continued. Carla texted triumphantly. Told you. Now sell. But something shifted in Amaya. Anger replaced fear. She blocked them, focusing on Amber. We're in this, she said. Amber smiled, pulling her close. Yet, as they rebuilt, Amaya wondered the cost. Her mother's health declined, treatments paused amid stress. Was her truth worth the pain? The family rift deepened like a canyon. Unreachable bridges burned. Amaya's mother stopped answering calls, her sister's lawyers ramping up pressure. Depositions revealed ugly truths, Carla's gambling debts, Dana's failed investments. They weren't just helping Mom. They needed the money for themselves. Entitled hypocrites, Amaya muttered, poring over transcripts with her lawyer. Amber stood by her, but strain showed. Your coming out was brave, she said, but her eyes held worry. Work at the hospital overwhelmed her. Shifts lengthening as Amaya's legal fees mounted. We might lose the house anyway, Amber admitted one night. Amaya nodded grimly. But not without a fight. Inside, doubt gnawed. Did I choose wrong? Her mother's image haunted her, frail, alone. Amaya reached out to extended family, seeking allies. Uncle Mark, the outcast, responded. I know the pain, he said over coffee in L.A. Your dad was harsh, but your mom might come around. His story inspired. Years of estrangement, then reconciliation. Live your truth, he urged. Amaya clung to that, but reality bit. Medical bills arrived in her name, her mother assigning them as punishment. Betrayal peaked when Carla leaked the story to a local tabloid. Lesbian heiress hoards fortune while mother battles cancer. Amaya's phone exploded with notifications, colleagues whispering at work. Her boss called her in. This drama affecting your performance? Amaya assured him no, but inside she shattered. Amber faced scrutiny too, hospital gossip about her scandalous partner. I didn't sign up for this, Amber snapped during an argument. Amaya recoiled. Neither did I. The fight escalated, words like weapons. You're regretting us, Amber accused. Amaya denied it, but fear whispered yes. What if love wasn't enough? They separated rooms that night, the house echoing emptiness. Amaya's thoughts raced. Sacrifice the house for peace? Or hold on, risking all? Court day arrived, tension electric. Amaya testified again, revealing her sister's motives. They're not for Mom, they're bankrupt. Gasps rippled. Carla denied it, but evidence mounted. The judge ruled in Amaya's favor. The will stood, no sale forced. Victory tasted bitter. Her sister stormed out, vowing appeals. Amaya's mother watched silently, face unreadable. Post-trial, Amaya collapsed into Amber's arms. We won. But Amber's hug was stiff. At what cost? Amaya's mother finally called. I'm disappointed, she said. But I love you. Tears flowed. The treatments. I'll manage without your sister's drama. A fragile olive branch. Healing began slowly. Amaya and Amber attended therapy, unpacking resentments. I felt invisible, Amber confessed. Amaya nodded. I was scared. They recommitted, planning a quiet commitment ceremony at the beach house. But scars remained. Carla and Dana cut ties, their entitlement exposed. Amaya mourned the loss, but freedom bloomed. Months passed. Amaya's designs flourished, inspired by her journey. Amber's career advanced, their bond strengthening. Yet echoes of betrayal lingered. One evening a letter arrived. Carla apologizing, debts catching up. Help! Amaya tore it up. No more. Her mother's health improved. Visits tentative but warming. Tell me about Amber, she asked once. Amaya smiled, sharing stories. Acceptance crept in. But not without cost. Amaya reflected on choices, the refusal that sparked chaos, the love that endured. Was it worth it? As waves crashed, she held Amber, grateful yet haunted by what-ifs. Reconciliation with her mother was a slow thaw. Visits filled with awkward silences turning to tentative conversations. Amber seems nice, her mom said during one Chicago trip, sipping tea in the old family home. Amaya's heart swelled. She is. She's my everything. Her mother nodded, eyes distant. I wish I'd known sooner. Regret hung, but so did hope. Amaya returned to Malibu renewed, sharing the progress with Amber. She's trying. Amber smiled. That's huge. Yet, the family's fracture lingered. Carla and Dana, humiliated by the court loss, spread rumors in social circles. Amaya's extended relatives divided. Some supportive, others judgmental. Abomination, one aunt texted, echoing old prejudices. Amaya blocked her, but the sting remained. Society's gaze weighed heavy. Even in progressive California, stares followed them at events. Ignore them, Amber urged, but Amaya's inner voice doubted. Did my choice fuel hate? Professionally, Amaya rebounded, landing a big client, a LGBTQ+ advocacy group. Her designs reflected her story, bold and unapologetic. Amber volunteered at Pride events, pulling Amaya along. This is us, she said amid rainbow flags. Amaya embraced it, but family wounds festered. A call from Dana came unexpectedly. Mom's relapsed. Your fault, the stress. Amaya's guilt resurfaced. Liar. The doctor's report says otherwise. But doubt crept in. Amber noticed the relapse in Amaya's mood. Don't let them manipulate you. They argued again, old tensions resurfacing. You push me to be out, but you don't carry the family burden. Amaya yelled. Amber's eyes filled. I carry us. The fight ended in apologies, but fragility showed. Amaya questioned her decisions, the refusal, the exposure. Right or selfish? As her mother's condition stabilized with new treatments, Amaya funded part anonymously. A quiet atonement. Carla reached out desperately, bankrupt. Family helps family. Amaya met her in a neutral cafe. You betrayed me, she said. Carla teared up. I was scared. Amaya softened but set boundaries. No more demands. Dana followed suit. Apologies laced with excuses. Forgiveness came piecemeal. Family dinners strained but possible. Amber and Amaya grew closer. The house a symbol of resilience. They hosted friends, laughter filling rooms once echoing conflict. Yet, Amaya's reflections deepened. The entitlement, the demands, they stemmed from deeper flaws, societal pressures molding her sister's greed. Her own journey exposed moral grays. Was refusing right? Or did it prolong suffering? Love won, but at costs, trust shattered, bonds mended imperfectly. In quiet moments, Amaya pondered the awakenings. Her truth liberated, but chaos scarred. Amber's sacrifices, her mother's tentative acceptance, gains amid losses. As they walked the beach hand in hand, Amaya felt peace, yet questions lingered. Was Amaya's refusal to sell the vacation home a courageous stand for her love and autonomy, or a selfish act that unnecessarily prolonged her family's suffering and deepened their divisions?